Yes, sir. Now, look, I'm not going to get too high, too low during this video because, look, they're still, the Wolves are still down 3-1 versus the Dallas Mavericks. But I like the way they closed out the game tonight. I like the fact that they won the game the way they did. It came down to clutch time. The Timberwolves made some clutch time plays. And all I ask is that everybody that had the side that they were on stay on that same side. National reporters saying Gobert's terrible. Do you realize the impact that Gobert had on the game tonight? For everybody that said Cat needs to start posting up and affecting the game otherwise, and he needs to stop shooting threes. Cat is a great shooter. He's got to trust in that. 4 or 5 from deep was the reason the Wolves ended up winning the game. I'll be the one to say it. The way Cat shot the basketball was the reason they won. And I'm getting so tired of Luka Doncic, man. I mean, the dude complains about every single thing. Everything, whether he commits a defensive foul, whether he doesn't get a call, he complains about everything. And I'm getting so sick of watching him play the game of basketball the way he plays. You win one game, now the Mavericks have to get on a plane back to Minneapolis, which they probably did not want to do. And now it's at least going to 5 games. You win one on your home court, boom, just like that, you're in the same position you were in the last series against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. Thoughts of the game, man? Scott Foster has to be the main character. I'm not saying it went one way or the other, but he has to be the main character of everything that he does, man. The way he calls the fouls, the way he, refs the game. The travel on Ant was a horrible call. I don't know if you guys saw that. Just everything that he does to impact the game, it's like he wants to be the star of the show. So, getting tired of watching Scott Foster. I don't know who I dislike watching more, Luka Doncic or Scott Foster. It has to be close. And let's look at the box score here, man. For the Timberwolves, I honestly, everybody played fairly well. I mean, I will say Cat was the only person that played great. Although he did have those 6 fouls, was a plus 15 in the game and really impacted the way in such a positive way. Gobert was good. Ant was good. Jaden was good. Slow-Mo was really good. Conley was good. The thing for me is everybody was just pretty good. Like, they didn't get like a bad game out of really anybody. I mean, Nikhil didn't necessarily play great, but didn't play bad. Nas didn't necessarily play great, but he didn't play bad. It was just kind of a mediocre game for everybody but Cat. Cat 4 or 5 from deep. And for as much hate as Cat's gotten, yes, he still needs to stay out of foul trouble. But in the second half, came up with some big-time rebounds. I'm surprised to see he only had 5 rebounds because he had some tough contested rebounds. And hit some timely shots. Like, he was 4 or 5 from deep. But those 4 threes were super impactful for the game, or to the game. So, obviously, very impressed with what Cat did today. When you look at the Mavs side, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, the Mavs didn't play well. Well, guess what? The Timberwolves in the first half especially didn't play well. Second half, I feel like overall they played pretty well. For the Mavs, you had Jaden Hardy go 3 of 4 from deep. Really gave them a big-time spark off that bench. Obviously, the Dwight Powell minutes were just a disaster. They need Derek Lively back in a big-time way. Maxi Kleber, had actually some decent minutes. The one thing I'm interested to see is when he took threes tonight, seemed uncomfortable. So if he does get minutes in game 5, if I'm the Wolves, live with him shooting the basketball, honestly, because that shoulder I don't think is fully healed. Then you look at Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Luka still had 28 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. I'm not going to sit up here and say Luka, played bad because he didn't. But he was a minus 13 in the game. PJ Washington wasn't great, a minus 13 in the game. Kyrie wasn't great. Like, none of their really great, like, their main guys weren't great. When you look at Luka, Kyrie, they weren't great. Derrick Jones Jr. played really good. Jaden Hardy gave them a big boost. But honestly, again, they didn't play that well. But I don't even think Kyrie and Luka got that many great shots. Like, genuinely. When I'm looking at the game, like, I don't think they had that many great shots. Luka shot 10 of 12 from the free throw line, obviously, to help them out. I mean, 18 of 21 from the line. Just goes back, like, again, it goes both ways. Nas got a kind of bailout call there late in the fourth quarter. But then when he went up for that last layup, he got killed on the arm, no call. It's just like, I feel like the refs always got to be the main characters, and I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Let the guys play the game of basketball. Heading into the fourth quarter, guys, the Wolves were up 78-73, and then boom, just like that, Jaden Hardy hits a big-time 3. Like, already, They cut the lead, and then, you know, Luka's made that. He made that corner pass so often when he kind of had that floater. But just like that, within the first minute of the game, it's a tie. Minute of the fourth quarter, it's a tie game. At this point, I'm like, man, this is going to be a tough kind of one for the Timberwolves to win, just because Dallas had been so good in clutch time. Gobert played pretty well, though. Honestly, offensively, was a big-time kind of threat. Even there, you know, back-to-back buckets for Big Rue. Keeping it in it. You go up 5. Wolves turn it over this possession. Crazy alley-oop there from Derrick Jones Jr. That was wild. And then the next possession, another just kind of bad take. Like, if you go back and look at this is where Ant has to kind of develop. Okay. First of all, the Timberwolves have Rudy and Kyle out here. I don't like this lineup. Because what is Ant supposed to do when he gets in here? You got to kick it to Naz, though. That's the play. That's 100% the right play. Kick the ball to Naz Reid. Allow him to take that corner 3. You go up on 3 different guys. Doesn't work out. You're down. And then on the other end, I mean, the Mavs are in transition. And just like that, your 5-point lead gets cut to 1. And again, not feeling too great about myself. Ant's begging for a foul. Like, come on, man. Let's be realistic here. Daniel Gafford, man. Talk about a rim protector. Daniel Gafford has impressed me. Back-to-back blocks on Karl-Anthony Towns, who honestly, again, was 9 of 13 from the field. 2 of his misses were right there. In that sequence right there. Anthony Edwards, that's a difficult shot off the glass right there. And again, Maxi Kleber had some decent minutes, but I just still feel like that shoulder's not healthy. This was great defense by the Timberwolves. Like, whatever that one awful coaching guy says, pretty good defense. McDaniels could have been a little quicker on that rotation. PJ Washington knocked down one of his only 2 threes of the game. Again, made some big-time plays. That's a great finish right there as well, as the Mavs got the lead. And this is where, you know what, the Timberwolves got to step up. Cat, I mean, why is that so difficult? I know that Rudy obviously doesn't have the best hands, but Cat makes it look so easy passing the ball to Rudy Gobert. Anthony Edwards has just not seemed like he's figured it out so far, and that's something that really could level up his game. Kyrie having a tough bucket. Like, I know that's Kyrie's spot. Still a decently tough bucket. Cat off the screen. Kyle Anderson. Big time screen. Cat for 3. Hey, Charles Barkley, Shaq would tell you, get in the paint, Cat. Get in the paint. Get in the paint. Get in the paint, Cat. Come on, man. Like, they literally don't know ball. Anthony Edwards, great pass. Kyle Anderson, big time screen. Pass was a little high. Cat able to catch, knock it down. I mean, back-to-back huge shots for Karl-Anthony Towns. And the one thing I'll say is I'm happy for Cat. I'm genuinely happy for Cat. Because for as much hate as he got after, you know, his previous 3 games, and honestly, it's been warranted. He's played horrible in the first 3 games. This was a huge response game from Cat. Cat was the reason they won this game. I mean, he was absolutely the reason they won this game. You know, moving on, again, the Wolves did a really good job defensively. This is a shot normally Kyrie would shoot off the screen. Ended up making a good play, but Daniel Gafford with the reverse jam right there, absolutely crazy. And giving Cat the hand grenade, nothing but net. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns, what can you say? Great play there by PJ Washington. I mean, that's all you can really say. That's a great play by PJ right there, getting back. Wolves got enough stops. It wasn't always pretty, but they got enough stops. Anthony Edwards with a crazy move right there, finishing over Daniel Gafford, who blocked plenty of shots. This is a tough one. And look, I know it's objectively probably a foul, but I thought we were getting rid of the jumping into people. Like, this is not Luka's natural shot motion. And I want an explanation on this because, again, I thought they got rid of this call because by the time Luka and the contact is made, Cat's on the ground. Cat's on the ground. And again, I feel like Luka's the one initiating the contact. You guys can let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously gets the call. And I think they gave him 3 shots for this. Oh, it wasn't 3. Never mind. It definitely was a 3, yes. Obviously knocked down all 3 free throws right there to cut it to 5. And as a Wolves fan, you know, it's not safe. The lead is definitely not safe. PJ Washington, thank gosh, missed that 3. Airbanked it, but you can't secure the rebound. Kyrie with that tough left hand. And just like that, it's back to 3. It's back to 3, and I'm like, are you serious, man? Are you serious? It's back to 3. We need a big-time bucket. Anthony Edwards, mid-range, boom. And, man, big-time players make big-time plays. Rise to the occasion, knocking down that bucket right there. Great defense by the Wolves. Kyrie, kind of, I don't know if he lost control of that or what. Wasn't able to get much on this. You guys can let me know on this possession, too. What is Anthony Edwards supposed to do? Like, I mean, you think this is a foul? Do you think this is a foul? This is what I'm saying about Scott Foster being the main character. Where's the contact? Where is the contact? Where is the contact? Where is the contact? Where is the contact? This is what I'm talking about. Why I'm frustrated as a Timberwolves fan. This is not a foul. You want to call that? That's on the floor. If that's where you're calling the foul, that is on the floor. There's no contact after that. There's no contact after that. Just horrible by Scott Foster. And this is what I'm saying. Scott Foster, look at the way he makes this call too. He's got to be the main character. Like, what are you doing? Nobody wants to see you do that. Like, come on. Come on, what are you doing being the main character all the time? Luka missed the free throw. Great timeout. Gobert grabbed the rebound, immediately call a timeout so we can get the ball in just the better hands. Nas gets absolutely killed on this layup attempt. Kyrie smacks him on the arm, causes him to lose control. Ed Malloy is literally standing right there watching it. You're not going to see the replay, but on the replay, it was obvious. Hit his arm. Look at Nas, he's already complaining. Obvious foul. Look at Jaden. Jaden's mad. Mike's mad. Everybody's mad because the refs were horrible for the Timberwolves in this game, and they overcame it. They did. I don't even care. Like, it's just the way it is. 11 seconds left. The Wolves could not grab a rebound, man. How many chances did you need to give the Dallas Mavericks? I mean, my goodness, 2 seconds on the clock. Finally ended the game, secured the win in a big-time way. So where does that leave us right now? Well, the Wolves are 4-point favorites right now heading into Game 5. So, honestly, again, do I think the Wolves win this series? No. But Game 5 has to happen. And I know I'm saying this a lot, but if the Wolves happen to win Game 5, then the series goes to 3-2. And from the Wolves' mindset, that's what it was going to Denver. They were down 3-2. And I think they played at home first, but ended up winning Game 7 in Denver. Either way, that's what it was with Denver. So that's kind of my mindset with things here is if you can, they won the game to at least give themselves a chance, put themselves in position. And honestly, they didn't play their best ball. Ant, Cat, Gobert were all out for the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. We're able to overcome that, able to overcome a lot of foul trouble throughout the way. So, again, I still think the Mavs take the series, honestly. I know I said it, the Wolves didn't have a chance. I still think the Mavs are just so tough to beat in an extended series. We'll see if Derek Lively's back. But the more that this series goes on, the more the Mavs are getting to tighten up. It's easy when things are going well. But when you start seeing some adversity, that's what I want to see Luka and the Mavs overcome. That's going to wrap it up for my video. Big W for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.